Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we talk about everything financial literacy. And today, I want to be talking about a story I've been keeping a very, very close eye on, and one that I think will benefit us all. So, Cash App customers, if you did not know, there was a data breach that happened. And Cash App customers can now claim more than $2,500 each in a $15 million settlement. We're going to talk about exactly how you can do that, how you can claim your money, and we're going to talk about exactly how this occurred. So let's get right into the details. So with this new Cash App lawsuit claim, Cash App was negligent with users' data. That now made us eligible to get up to $2,500 as part of a $15 million class action lawsuit. This impacts any users between August 23rd, 2018 and August 20th, 2024. Cash App customers may be able to claim more than $2,500 each as part of a $15 million class action settlement for data and security breach at the mobile payment service. People whose accounts were accessed without their authorization or who have fraudulent withdrawals or transfers can file claims, provided that they had a current or had an account between August 23rd, 2018 and August 20th, 2024, according to the settlement website, which we will get into. If you have had a Cash App account between these dates, August 23rd, 2018 and August 20th, 2024, you are eligible to get $2,500. All right. And let's continue. The class action pointed to a 2021 incident the company disclosed in 2022, in which a former employee downloaded reports of some U.S. users without their permission. It also noted another breach was disclosed in 2023, where an unauthorized user accessed some Cash App accounts using phone numbers that were linked to them. Plaintiffs also allege that Cash App and Block, the app's parent company, failed to install controls to block unauthorized users, and that the company then mishandled customer complaints about the security breaches and the fraudulent transactions. Cash App and Block also agreed to take steps towards strengthening their data security as part of this new settlement. So Cash App and Block denied any wrongdoing, but to settle the litigation, they agreed to pay $15 million beyond attorney fees and administration costs. The money will go to impacted customers who submit eligible claims. Now, this is how you're going to file your claim in order to collect your $2,500. So customers can file a claim at this site. You'll either need to enter a notice ID and confirmation code from a mailed or emailed notice, or you can file a claim if you haven't received such a notice. The deadline is November 18th to file that claim under the settlement. How much can customers get in the settlement? It's actually unclear because the amount of money will depend on how many people file. So here's the thing. You can get up to $2,500. If you're familiar with a class action lawsuit claim, the way that it works, you will be eligible to receive an allotment of money based off of this particular amount. So it's up to 15 million. However, that split is between how many people file this actual claim. Now, the thing is, a lot of people aren't even aware of this currently. So the more people that actually file the claim, technically the less that you get, but there's not enough information to actually, say that this is something that everyone's going to do. So what I think that we should do is to make sure everyone's aware of this information. Everyone everyone I know, if we have used Cash App, your data was subject to this breach. So this is something that I feel like you have to start making companies pay for. They spend so much money to collect your data, abuse your information, and do all of this stuff with it. You need to collect on this, because they should be held liable for abusing your information. And we really don't speak about that enough. All right. So we're going to get into claiming that. But however, people were impacted by the security breach, for the $2,500 reimbursement, they must have third-party documentation to back up their claim, according to the settlement website. Out-of-pocket expenses can include cost of credit monitoring or identity theft insurance, requesting a credit report or credit fees, cost of incurred from canceled payment card or getting a replacement card, cost replaced to close a bank account and open a new bank account, overdraft fees that haven't been refunded, late or missed payment fees or charges that have not been refunded. Customers can also claim for up to 3 hours of lost time at a rate of $25 per hour the site added. Additionally, Cash App users can file a claim to get reimbursed for transaction losses. Those claims also require submitting documentation such as a copy of a police report. Now, what happens if the settlement fund can't fully pay every claim? If there's not enough money in the settlement to pay every approved claim in full, payments will be made on a reduced pro-rate basis. Now, what other options do you have? If you want to exclude yourself from the settlement, class members have the option to opt out before November 1st. This allows you to sue or be part of another related lawsuit against the defendants down the road. You can also object to the settlement agreement by writing the court before November 1st. Finally, you also can choose to do nothing, but if you opt for no action, you will not get any payments and potentially also give up your right to pursue legal action with claims covered in the settlement. Now, I want to talk about that because I have been a part of a few different class action lawsuits when it comes to companies. If you choose to opt into this, you are forfeiting your right to sue separately. So that I want you to be aware when you join this, you cannot sue independently. If you choose to opt out because there's been identity theft or you've had damages that you can actually prove with Cash App, don't join this class action lawsuit. Get with an attorney or whoever is your legal representation and ask them to file a suit for you independently. The reason why Cash App wants to do a class action lawsuit is because the more people that opt in, those are the more people that waive their right. And with one class action lawsuit, it basically means I get to pay one payment out and it's over. So with that being said, weigh your pros and cons, get with your legal representation. And if you had, a lot of fraudulent activity, if you lost a lot of income, if there was something that happened to you due to Cash App's negligence, then you may want to contact your legal representation to see if you have a case, file a separate suit. Don't join the class action lawsuit, okay? And that's on a case-by-case basis. Again, you'll want to get with your legal representation to see what's best for you. Now that we've covered all of that, let's look at the website to see how we can file this claim so you can get up to $2,500. If you received a personalized notice in the mail or via email with a notice ID and confirmation code, you can enter that code here. And it says, please remember to enter the full notice ID exactly as it appears on your personalized notice. And then you'll enter that here. I think for most of us, you probably noticed that we have not received a code. Go figure, right? You can check your email to see if you have. But the way that it's going to work, you'll submit the claim. You'll do the important documents. Again, any documents that you can show where Cash App, maybe, any fraud, decline payments, anything like that. You'll upload that documentation and then you will submit it. Now, I will be putting the link for this settlement claim in the description of this video. All right. Now, if you did not receive a personalized notice in the mail or via email, click below to complete a claim form. I think for most of us, we did not. So let's go ahead and click on here. You need to complete and sign this form and file online no later than November 18th, 2024. Or file by mail postmarked by November 18th, 2024. You must use this form to make a claim for an out-of-pocket lost payment, lost time payment, or transaction losses due to them not being able to send that payment. If you have any failed payment attempts, you can also use those as well. You must only submit one claim per person, even if you have multiple Cash App accounts. So please add the email confirmation at cashappsecuritysettlement.com to your contact list to ensure that future correspondence will be delivered to your inbox. So check your junk mail. It might also be there, but if it's not there, make sure that you add that confirmation at cashappsecuritysettlement.com to your contact list so you can ensure that you're going to actually get any notices. On this form, you're going to enter your first name, last name, your street address, your city, your state, your zip code, country, email address, You're going to enter your confirm your email address and then enter your phone number. I would enter the phone number that's associated with your Cash App account. If you have multiple phone numbers, please use that one. You want to enter your unique cash tag identifier. You must only submit, again, one claim per person, even if you have multiple Cash App accounts. If you have multiple Cash App accounts, please list all of your Cash App tags in the field below. Separate them by commas. Spaces are not allowed. Now, here is the settlement overview. So for the precise terms of the settlement, please use the settlement agreement available on the important documents page. Again, it goes over the compensation amount that you can get. And then it goes over the period of time that you would have needed to have your Cash App account, the compensation for your loss of time. If you have, took 3 hours at a rate of $25 per hour. There's also compensation for transaction losses, where settlement class members who submit a valid and timely claim form who experience an unauthorized account event that resulted in a monetary loss that has not yet been reimbursed, which occurred during the period of August 23rd, 2018 through August 20th, 2024. So you may be entitled to reimbursement for transaction losses. This is other claim information details. So failure to provide all required information will result in your claim being rejected. So there's a couple more questions. Were you sent a notice by defendants that your information may have been impacted by a data security incident that was disclosed in April 2022 or September 2023? I would select yes. Did you experience an unauthorized account event in the form of an unauthorized, unintended, or fraudulent withdrawal from your Cash App or Cash App investing account or any linked financial accounts which occurred between August 23rd, 2018 through July 18th, 2024, which resulted in financial losses? If that is you, I would select yes. Did you spend time or incur cost as a result of defendant's failure to properly resolve your claim of an unauthorized transaction connection with your Cash App or Cash App investing account? I would say yes. If you sat here and you watched this video, that took time. That took time for you to get this information, and that is something that you should put on there. Look, you've been watching this video. Maybe you rewatched it. Give me my additional time lost by just having to learn about this and then having to figure out exactly what I was going to do in order to try to recoup my losses. So that would indeed be yes. So claim for reimbursement for out-of-pocket loss expenses. Costs associated with credit monitoring. We all should have credit monitoring and protection, identity theft, things like that. So, I would check that. And then the date of cost associated with that, the amount of cost associated, the description. So if you're paying for this per month, you can add that per month payment, and that can be a part of your out-of-pocket losses, right? And then you would do your supporting documentation. Hey, if you have a screenshot of that charge every single month, add that on there. Professional fees, if you have an attorney, costs associated with requesting a credit report, freezing or unfreezing. Once again, if you have a monitoring to freeze, unfreeze, that type of stuff, hey, add that on there. Any costs associated with canceling a payment, if there's something there where it cost you to cancel a payment, add that on there. Cost associated with closing a bank account, unrefunded overdraft fees, refunded late or missed payment fees. You have late payment, missed payment fees, add it on there. Miscellaneous expenses, if you have a notary, data charges, if the charge based on the amount, such as fax, postage, cell phone charges to make phone calls, mileage, long distance telephone charges, you want to add that on there. Again, loss of time, yes. The date of lost time, the amount of lost time can be up to 3 hours. Claim for reimbursement for transaction losses, type of account that was unauthorized. Hey, Cash App account. Again, the date, amount of loss, the description. You would add your supporting documentation at the very end. Now, here are the payment options. You can get a prepaid MasterCard. You can get a Venmo with no bank account required. You can also do a direct deposit. You can have it directly deposited into your checking or savings account, and you can have a direct payment with Zelle. Last thing that we have here is certification and signature. So you would type in your full name, the date, you would submit. This is how you would complete the entire process in order for you to get your $2,500 from Cash App due to this data breach. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I recommend that you look at your Cash App account, get all the details that you need, and then fill out this claim. Again, this is going through November 18th of 2024. You have a few months to catch up on this time in order to fill this out. If you do have evidence of being a victim of identity theft, if your information was stolen, any attempts on your accounts, anything like that, get all of that information. You can even look at getting some legal representation if you want to do a separate suit. If that were the case, once again, you want to not opt into this if you want to have a separate legal lawsuit. But with that being said, please drop comments there. If you are going to fill out this, claim, share information with people so they can also get this information to file a claim. Share this video, show them exactly the steps that it takes to fill this out, the requirements that are needed to fill this out, and please keep spreading the information up to November 18th so that everyone can be able to actually collect the money from this. Again, I do think that it's very important for us to make sure that we hold these companies accountable, because information is very, very valuable. And I don't like when our information is mistreated, abused, when it's sold without authorization. You know, that's been my whole gripe with a lot of credit repair services, credit monitoring services too, as well as the credit bureaus in general. I know how information is abused. I know how it's used. I know how they take that information and then weaponize it against you to make sure that you can't get ahead, you can't leverage credit. So, you know, a lot of this all is in the same realm, and it's kind of the thing that I feel like I've been having a fight against for a while. So again, please take the time to find more information on this, do more research on this. If you want to feel more comfortable, look at your Cash App account, get with your family and friends, spread this information, make sure that they fill out that, make sure that they opt in unless they're looking to do a separate lawsuit. And if so, then, you know, get with your attorney and then figure out how that's going to play out for you. Again, thank you so much. As this story continues to unfold, I will provide more information. I might do a follow-up video right around November, like November 10th. I may do a follow-up video just to remind you guys to fill this out and to make sure that you do it before that date. And as any new information unfolds, I will probably follow up with that just to make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on and what can be done when it comes to this data breach. All right. I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for your time, and you guys have a wonderful day.